Here's a game that I lost. Um, you can see the final score sheet here with me right down the bottom. I got the worst score. So I didn't really have a very good game. We were playing on Lunar Colony 5 and I was with Zeratul, who played really pretty well, but I just wasn't there for him, you'll see in this game. So it was a defeat. We jump into the replays. We'll have a look at the game. Game went for 28 minutes. So it was a long game, and you'll see oh, that isn't the map that I was expecting to see. Oh, this is it though. Scorched Haven. I thought it said something about Lunar Colony 5. I must have read the wrong thing. So I'll just load up this replay. My computer struggles. It's a 2v2 random. I don't think the score screen showed the rankings of each player. I'm not sure why our rankings weren't there. I expect the players that we were playing against were pretty good players. They played a good game. So here it is. This is DBSY Andy, the Zerg player. So that's Andy, and this is SR Reva. So we've got Andy and Reva playing Mini and Zeratul. Zeratul's asking me what my plan is, and I said I'm going Marines, Marauders, and Medicvacs. So I've got my scout on the way, I guess. Oh no, he's going down for the wall. So I tell Zeratul to wall in, and he does. Meanwhile, Zerg and Terran walling in themselves. Zerg obviously is not walling in. So Zeratul's going to go a mech build, he decides. There goes my scout. Better late than never. So our wall getting put together here. My scout nearing enemy territory. They haven't scouted us. So my scout just does a lap around everyone's base. Filling in the wall down here with an extra barracks. That was good placement by Zeratul. It was smart. So my scout just over to spot the Zerg. Early pull from Zerg. So I'm being chased out of the Zerg base, but I've had a good look around. We're going for a very early expand from blue and from red. Maybe we should have rushed them. So our wall's up. Few Zerglings from Sandy, Andy. Few Marines here from Riva. Just starting to build our forces here at the main. A factory now from Zeratul, who's going mech build. Got another factory on the high ground. With his orbital command up. All of his gas is online. So just switching in the factory for the tech lab there. There's an early warning Zergling camped out the front of our base. I'm going for my second expansion, my second base. Starports and factories. Just a spawning pool here from Zerg so far. So Zerg just focusing on their economy. Sending out a whole lot of Zerglings to take the watchtowers. So Zeratul and I have agreed to attack. Couple of siege tanks there from Riva. They hold off nicely. Zeratul trying to get into the economy there. But not really doing very much damage. So I've got a few loose troops that just had a bad rally point there. So our first early pressure was a bit of a disaster. I'm focusing on my Marine Marauder build. Good tank positioning from retentions really quite well. Rather than attacking, perhaps we should have just decided to take the middle at that first point in the game there. Second base operational for Zeratul. I've got 6 barracks. I've thrown down some starports. Forces slowly starting to take shape. We're up against some banelings now. Zerg hasn't teched at all. They've just gone for lots of hopcats and lots of economy. So Zerg's really just focused on their economy. I'm not sure what the Vikings are for. I guess they're just there to take out my medivacs. Or maybe he's concerned that I'll come at him with, I don't know, banshees maybe? Ah, that's right, Mutalisk Harass. So that's been going on down here. That was one of the things that really stuffed my economy. So I should have had towers down by now, I guess, to ward off this Mutalisk attack. But you can see it took my economy right out. So those Mutalisks still flying around in my base, causing a lot of trouble. I'm just putting down my engineering bay now. So that was probably bad play by me. I should have had towers up and anticipated that Mutalisk harassment from Zerg. I've got some forces in my base now to try and deal with it, but it's really set my economy way back. That cost me a lot in this game. So I've got a lot of ground forces that can't attack air, so they're not being deployed very wisely at the moment. I'm sending my marauders back up here with a few of my marines to ward off the muta harass. We've got more mutas over here. So the mutalisks have flown around now. They're up here. So that's a very solid defense at their base. The mutalisks are out. There's one tower up to defend. Not a lot. So we decide to go and intercept those red dots that we can see on the on the tower. So Reaver just flying in an orbital command that he built earlier. Got another expansion happening down here from Zerg. Zerg's got this bottom corner here. We haven't taken our corner. So just a little bit of pressure there from me, forcing out the expansion. So it's on fire. I'm not sure if it burns down or if it gets saved. So lots of barracks there now from Riva. This army on the move to secure the top. So my small number of forces that were left up there guarding that area have just been thoroughly demolished. Riva flying in to take the middle. We really shouldn't have let them get away with all of this activity. I've got a few forces retreating here to regroup down here. I haven't got much of an army. I'm still trying to get my economy back online. You can see it's not going very well after that muta harassment. So Zeratul securing his third base. We've got a drop coming in over here. I'm not sure why I haven't stimmed. Maybe I haven't researched stim yet. Oh no, I've got stim. There we go. So those drop ships just making it out of there. Ready for an attack. So Zeratul's got the watchtower. Zerg's thinking about coming in and attacking him. Mining operations haven't commenced down here yet. Some mining down here. I've sent up some forces with Zeratul. Sending some more down here as well. I've left a small number of forces in my base. I probably should have sent them with this army. Would have been good to have that medic at least. So the mechanical units just soak up all the baneling damage, which is lucky for me. Oh no, a few of the banelings got through and took out my units. Still facing a very solid defense back at the home base. So we run in expecting that we've just cleared out their army and get annihilated. That wasn't very wise. Zeratul knew better, he stayed at home. So I haven't got many forces on the field now. And our economy's finally back on track. but that took a long time. Just putting down my gas on my expansion now. So really that economic interruption cost me the game big time. I haven't been able to develop any sort of really sizable forces. You can see just a pittance from me. Zeratul doing much better. Reaver just owning the middle of the map. So he's got SCVs transferred down here now to mine the gold. We should have been in the middle of the map, not up here. So around comes Zeratul. Forced to cancel. Not sure what he's doing here. Should have just come over and taken that out. So we've cleared out the gold. We haven't done anything about this down here though. So it looks like we're going to go and try pushing straight through the front door. But yeah, it just does drop full of Marines. I've got nothing here to defend that. So my excess SCV is just getting slaughtered up here. I have responded to it. It takes me a while to creep through the door. These guys on stim taking out my orbital commands. Really some excellent play from our opponents. That was a great drop. Just the perfect thing to do. And of course I still haven't done anything about my towers. So I should have learnt from the first thing and got some turrets up to defend for those drops. Now he's got my engineering bay. I chase down these drop ships. I don't think I let them get away. But they did some damage, didn't they? So Zeratul engaging Andy up the top here, trying to take a expansion. I really should have got up there as soon as I could. He lost his command center. Those broodlords are doing a lot of damage. I'm finally sending my troops out of my base up to help Zeratul. That's a lot of broodlords. So my force is just arriving now. Looks like I'm going to have enough Marines there to deal with it. So just taking out a few of those broodlords. We've got the top secure again, but we haven't expanded there. Please don't tell me I push into those tanks. Oh, I do. Running my army into tanks. I really think this is poor governance. This is just not the thing to do with your army. Never march your army into a row of tanks. Just taken out. So that's how to lose your army in one fell swoop. Those tanks are doing a just spectacular job in defending their main. So Zeratul here taking out a few of the SCVs. They've got the gold. I've got 2 bases and I'm just about out of minerals. I lost my second orbital command up here, so I'm not doing well. I've got 260 minerals and a small force. I haven't got enough minerals to buy to make a new command center, so I think I fly this command center down here up to this mineral deposit up here. Really, some pressure on the middle at this point would have been a really good idea from us, but we didn't do it. So I was just thinking about securing this expansion up the top here, because I really needed some money. Zeratul on 3. So they've got the gold. They've got to hit the high yield, says Zeratul. Yeah, and he's right, of course. So my command center on the way. Zeratul coming in to take out the high yield minerals. Zerg has a huge army. So Zeratul takes out one of the high yield expansions. But this Zerg army is just going to annihilate my forces up here. So we had different priorities there. I was trying to expand because I was out of money, and Zeratul was taking out the high yield in the middle. If Zeratul had helped me secure up here, maybe we would have won this fight, but as it was, I had to sort of fight it off on my own for a while. My command center arriving just as I lose my forces. So Zeratul coming up to help. Getting picked off by those tanks. Really great unit composition and a great build from both of our opponents. Marine tanks, Medivac. Very powerful. Broodlords, Infestors, Zerglings. So I fly my orbital command away, but that's not going to do me much good. Got a few units just taken out there. And that's it, I can't do anything now. So in comes Zerg to be aggressive. Some burrowed roaches. Broodlords. Zerglings just taking out this expansion up here. And Zeratul has left the game, so he was screwed as well. He didn't have any army left, and he only had $400. And that was that. So a very disappointing game, really. We just got hit by those Mutalisks early that took out my economy. We had the drop later, which took out my base. We marched our army into the cannons down here, the tanks, a few times. So those tanks, just spectacular defense from Riva. They had a few goes at the gold, but we did manage to sort of clear them out. But basically they managed to just starve us out. Even though there were minerals left on the map, we just weren't able to secure them. So yeah, that was that, and thanks for watching.